Good evening. My name is Rayyan, and I'm honored to be presenting today for the Knowledge Matters Digital Presentation Skills Challenge. Throughout this presentation, I'll be sharing my experience with the Sports and Entertainment Virtual Business Challenge and how it has deepened my own understanding of the business behind professional sports. Before we dive in, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm currently a junior at Reedy High School and a proud 3-year DECA member. I'm also currently serving as a marketing officer for over 500 members of our chapter. Beyond my role as a marketing officer, I'm also a part-time manager for our school store, 15 in Maine, and I'm a marketing writer for DECA Direct. Looking ahead, I aspire to be a sports corporate finance manager, combining my analytical skills with my passion for athletics. And of course, I couldn't talk about sports without mentioning that I'm an MFFL, a Dallas Mavericks fan for life. Being a fan isn't just about watching the game, it's about understanding the business moves that happen behind the scenes. And that is exactly what this challenge has allowed me to explore. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank the team at Knowledge Matters for developing the Sports and Entertainment Virtual Business Challenge. This simulation has been a game changer, allowing me to experience the complexities of running a professional sports franchise firsthand, something I don't usually get to experience as a high school student. The Sports and Entertainment VBC reinforced key skills in financial planning, data-driven decision-making, and brand management, all of which are crucial for my future aspirations as a sports corporate finance manager. One of the things I love most about this challenge is how it mirrors real-world corporations, such as the Dallas Mavericks. As a kid who grew up in Dallas, the Mavericks have always been at the heart of our city sports culture. With a passionate fan base of over 6 million in the number one sports business city in the US, the Mavericks have to implement strategic business decisions to maintain engagement, drive revenue, and keep the franchise competitive, both on and off the court. But lately, I have to be honest, it has not been easy being a Mavs fan. As I'm sure you've heard, on February 2nd, just over 3 weeks ago, Maverick star player Luka Doncic was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in a blockbuster trade deal. Fans took to social media, some even protesting outside the American Airlines Center. And as a diehard Mavs fan myself, this hit me especially hard. The backlash was immediate, with declining ticket sales, drops in merchandise purchases, and more. Despite this, the Mavericks continue to implement key business strategies, many of which mirror the principles used in the simulation. Throughout this presentation, I will analyze how the Mavericks' successful revenue strategies can be applied in the simulation and examine the impact of the Luka trade on the team's business operations and long-term growth. Although many fans have questioned the Luka trade, myself included, it may have been a strategic financial decision from the Mavericks administration. In the NBA, players who stay with the team for 7 or more years are eligible for a supermax contract, a contract extension that would have paid Luka Doncic a record-breaking $346 million, which would take up 35% of the Mavericks' salary cap. The Mavericks believed this would handcuff the future for the team, as the money would have been capped, limiting the team's flexibility and retainment of talent. Now, you may be asking, can this strategy be used for the simulation? Of course it can. In the simulation, every athlete has key performance metrics that directly impact team success. For example, a quarterback's completion percentage and interceptions thrown determine passing efficiency, while a running back's yards per carry and fumble rate affect the ground game. But raw talent isn't enough. You have to manage the salary cap wisely. Each player comes with a contract, and just like in real sports, overpaying for inconsistent players drains resources and limits flexibility. But building a strong, cost-effective roster is just one piece of the puzzle. After all, great players bring in wins, but wins bring in fans. And when fan demand surges, so do ticket prices. The Mavericks, like many professional teams, utilize yield management to adjust ticket prices based on factors such as demand, opponent strength, and day of the week. A Friday night matchup against the Lakers, prices will soar, especially after the Luka trade. But a midweek game against a team like the struggling Pelicans, prices will drop in order to keep seats filled. This pricing strategy is driven by supply and demand. Courtside seats with limited availability and high desirability are priced at a premium, while upper level sections with more supply and lower demand are priced cheaper. The Mavericks also offer special ticket programs to boost fan engagement, such as the Mavericks loyalty program, Club Maverick, and College Nights, which provide discounted seats to attract specific demographics. After the Luka trade, these strategies became even more important as the team was continuously working to rebuild fan confidence and maintain attendance. In the sports and entertainment VBC, just like real teams, decisions must be made based on demand trends and price elasticity. Pricing too high can drive fans away, while pricing too low leaves some revenue on the table. Similarly, closer seats with more demand should be priced higher than the nosebleeds with less demand at that. Likewise, sponsorships provide a viable source of income for sports and entertainment franchises. Corporate sponsorships, the financial support a business provides to an organization or event in exchange for exposure, are vital in ensuring maximal revenue income in the challenge. In the simulation, sponsorships are not just handed out, they require strategic negotiations. Deals must be secured for stadium naming rights, scoreboard signage, skyboxes, and other sponsorship assets, all while ensuring their value isn't undersold. Aligning pricing strategies with sponsor expectations ensures a mutually beneficial partnership that maximizes brand exposure. The Mavericks excel at seamlessly integrating sponsorships throughout their games. Let's break down a highlight to see this in action. Luca beautifully passes to Kyrie. Kyrie to Derek Jones Jr. and bang! Jones slams it home. But let's rewind this clip. While your eyes follow the play, take a closer look at the background. AT&T and Kroger logos appear near the hoop. And similarly, right after the staggering dunk, you may notice the enormous shift key ad in the background, or more noticeably, the distinct chime logo on each player's jerseys. Moments like these rack up millions of views, embedding these brands into the minds of fans and maximizing sponsor exposure. This is just one way the Mavericks leverage high visibility assets to drive value for their corporate partners. In the sports and entertainment virtual business challenge, staffing isn't just about filling positions. It's a critical investment in maximizing revenue. Participants must make high stakes decisions on capital spending, balancing labor costs with projected sales. Overstaffing drains profit, while understaffing leads to frustrated fans and lost sales. But staffing is only a part of the equation. Merchandising pricing also plays a key role. Pricing too high can drive customers away, while pricing too low leaves money on the table. Success relies on strategic workforce and pricing management, forecasting demand, optimizing schedules, and setting merchandise prices to maximize both sales and profitability while ensuring fan satisfaction. The Dallas Mavericks bring this to life on a massive scale, with over 1,000 employees working every event to create an unforgettable fan experience. From premium dining and merchandise sales to off-season concerts at the American Airlines Center, staffing plays a vital role in revenue generation. However, the recent Luka Doncic trade sent shockwaves throughout the Mavericks administration. Losing the selling rights of the number 8 best-selling jersey in the NBA means the team must pivot fast, reassessing inventory, marketing, and staffing strategies in order to keep fans engaged and revenue flowing. Social media is everywhere, but in the sports and entertainment VBC, it's a key tool for filling stadiums and boosting revenue. Success in the simulation comes down to running effective social media ads by selecting the right audience. You choose key demographics like location, gender, age, and interest to ensure promotions reach the fans most likely to buy tickets. The simulation requires crafting an engaging ad with a compelling cover image, a catchy headline, and persuasive text. Tracking performance is crucial, and that's where impressions and click-through rates come through. Impressions measure how many people see the ad, while click-through rates show how many actually engage with it. The Mavericks applied these principles through sponsored content and interactive campaigns. One example of this is the Photos of the Game campaign presented by TIAA, which highlights key moments from each game, encouraging fan interaction and social sharing. This strategy increases organic reach while reinforcing brand partnerships. However, due to the Luka trade, the Mavericks have lost nearly 1 million Instagram followers since trading Luka Doncic to the Lakers, making these strategies even more crucial in maintaining fan engagement and rebuilding their online presence. As a 16-year-old who has just started learning how to drive, I never realized how much of a hassle parking really is until now. And in the world of sports management, parking isn't just about finding that one open spot. It's a critical revenue stream and a key part of the fan experience. In the sports and entertainment virtual business challenge, setting the right price is a balancing act. Charge too much, and fans will look for cheaper alternatives. But if you charge too little, valuable revenue will be left on the table. Managing multiple lots from premium spaces near the stadium to more affordable satellite lots requires careful planning of ingress and egress to ensure smooth traffic flow before and after the events. The Mavericks take a very similar approach at the American Airlines Center, where parking isn't just a one-size-fits-all solution. Premium lots closest to the arena, such as the Lexus Garage, come at a higher price for maximum convenience, while more budget-friendly options are available further away. They also optimize ingress and egress by partnering with rideshare services such as Uber, the official rideshare partner of the Dallas Mavericks, and promoting public transit options to help ease congestion while keeping fans engaged. The business of sports is complex, fast-paced, and constantly evolving. The Sports and Entertainment Virtual Business Challenge provides a unique opportunity to apply these concepts in a competitive, hands-on environment, mirroring real-world strategies used by teams like the Mavericks. As Luka Doncic once said, I always want to achieve more, I want to be better. This challenge has pushed me to think like a real sports executive, always striving for better decisions and bigger impacts. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm ready to take any questions you may have regarding my presentation.